football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Cherry. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's not going to take the... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And they dive on it and get it back. And, boy, that would have been a disaster to hand it right back to them.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Knight. With the catch, it's Harrell. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Harrell. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Knight. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the back. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Floats it out in space. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Wide out trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains.
Let's go, let's go.
Direct snap. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll move the wide receiver. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in it.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Sooners buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll try the left side. There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
He'll pull it down. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we're going to go have some fun.
A big 3rd down coming, and Hotty Toddy Goss is ready. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And the Sooners will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working that left side now. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Got the 1st down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And when you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Starts to scramble to the left. He'll heave it deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Short. Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the 1st down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. To throw, it's Knight. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make the play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Open space at the 25. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making...
Scores on the sneak.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Setting up for the extra point, and they blocked the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak.
Oklahoma 7, Ole Miss 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Washington. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback let his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll run play action. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Thomas. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He turns it loose to the left. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance. So you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime updates. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to
send it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. Breaks into the open. Pass to touchdown. Ole Miss. He got loose and it was
flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. They're trailing by 11 to LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble and recovery? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Knight. Quickly complete. Knocked off his feet.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Gives it on the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
on the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Rebels! Great job by the back on the option. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. To the air. It's Knight. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock, and the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time They finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers.
Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. To the air, it's Knight. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. Off and running. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here comes the option. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Rebels have a lot of options on second and inches. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Motion from the wide receiver. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt the try. the extra point, splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse this offense. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Sooners! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Knight. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Breaks it inside the 10. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Team's a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Red Hawks have methodically built this advantage, and I wonder if an interception from one of the stars in that secondary might not seal the deal. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisiana Tech. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they lofts one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on second down. Lets it go. On target to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points because this offense, it was a disappointing day.
Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, this is a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving...
Heading to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Loss of 4. Brings up 3rd down.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.